Hello and welcome to the video. So today we're going to be scientifically discussing the best way to reward yourself and what a token economy system is. But in order to do that, we need to first know what intrinsic motivation and extrinsic motivation is. So intrinsic means innate, and hence the term intrinsic motivation, meaning motivation that is derived from within a person. Extrinsic is the opposite. It means from the outside. So, hence the term extrinsic motivation, meaning motivation that comes from an outside source of encouragement. So what is the impact of a token economy on your motivation? And what is a token economy? Don't worry, that's what we're going to be discussing in today's video. And hopefully we can answer those questions by the end of it. A token economy system is one of the fastest and most effective ways to get kids to follow the rules. Similar to a traditional reward system, kids earn tokens throughout the day, then tokens can be exchanged for bigger rewards. So it makes sense, but what does it mean really? Think a star sticker chart, where you get a golden star for good behavior. And once you have enough golden stars, you can exchange those stars for something like chocolate milk. In this example, the golden star sticker is the token, and the fact that you can exchange it for your chocolate milk is what makes it an economic thing, hence a token economy system. So essentially, this reward system takes extrinsic motivation to the next level, where you have an entire construct built around how and when you're going to get your rewards. And that's really what a token economy system is. But the question we ask in this video is, how would this system affect your intrinsic motivation? In other words, how would this affect your motivation from the inside if you're constantly being rewarded things on the outside, like the golden star stickers, right? Would you be less inclined to accomplish certain tasks if chocolate milk was no longer in the picture? How would you feel, and would you be less motivated afterwards? What if you were given chocolate milk once for being good, but then there's no more chocolate milk, no more golden stars, nothing? Would you still be motivated on the inside to do the things that you did to get the chocolate milk? We're really pushing this chocolate milk thing far, I know.
I'm sorry, is that chocolate milk?
Mommy, the president is drinking my milk.
I'm sorry.
Well, according to this study, titled Effects of a Token Economy on Exercise Intensity and Intrinsic Motivation, published by the Sport Journal, Dr. Andrew Alstott knows what happens when you implement this reward system and what happens when you remove it. Well, what happens according to him is your intrinsic motivation stays completely intact. What that means is you're unaffected, you still stay motivated on the inside. Or better yet, when there's no more chocolate milk, you still want the golden stars. A token economy system is unmistakably an extrinsically motivated system. Unless you could somehow create a sentimental token or something that can appeal to your inspirations and your feelings, it's an extrinsically motivated system. So a token economy is an idea of earning tokens, like money, and exchanging them for the things that you want. And the key word here being want. Because if you want something, well then, by definition, you're motivated to get it. Because that's what it is when you want something, you're motivated. Now that you guys know what a token economy system is, let's go back to Dr. Andrew over here and see what the study entails. Now, to be fair, this study was done in the context of athletics, specifically high-intensity sports, which means that participants of this study already had fluctuating dopamine levels. They were already excited from doing the sports. It's kind of like when you get a runner's high. Now, if you're already experiencing a runner's high, getting that golden star sticker isn't going to make you as excited as if you're bored in a classroom and a teacher stops the entire classroom, looks at you and says, "Hey, you get a golden star. Now everybody clap." It's not the same thing. If you get a golden star sticker in the middle of a sport and you're already competitive and you're going for it, you're not thinking about that golden star sticker. You're just thinking about the next point in the sport. Or at the very least, you're thinking about how tired you are and what your body needs for you to continue doing that sport, which sometimes is just a 5-second break for you to recoup some of that energy. Now, in the discussion part of this study, and I quote, it says that although the literature indicates most researchers believe that extrinsic rewards are a detriment to intrinsic motivation, the current findings contradict this consensus and support a smaller handful of experts who have found that rewards are not necessarily detrimental to intrinsic motivation. Basically what they're saying is, it's okay, you don't get less motivated on the inside when you're constantly given things from the outside, like Golden Star stickers and chocolate milk. You still have that inside willpower to do what you want to do. That's basically what it says. It says that this study found that to be true, but other studies think that it's not true. But we're gonna look into the study with a little bit more depth so that you can make your own decision on whether or not you think it's true. But before we do that, I want you guys to know a little bit about my perspective. I think that if this was done outside the realm of sports, maybe the literature wouldn't be so contradicting to the study. In other words, I think the fact that it was done within the context of sports, going back to the whole dopamine thing we were talking about that comes from the sports, the findings would be a little different. Those outside rewards would affect how intrinsically motivated you might be. So in this study, there's a fixed interval trial involving a token reward system that is consistent. So no changes throughout. Think if you're good today, you get a golden star sticker. If you're good tomorrow, you get a golden star sticker. And the same thing applies for the rest of the year. But there was also an increased interval trial involving systematically withdrawing those tokens. So what that means is, say you get a golden star sticker, same, but then if you get 10 golden star stickers in a row, you only get a golden star sticker every other day. So it becomes increasingly more challenging to get those golden star stickers. And what the study has found is that basically, aside from George and Buster in the fixed interval trial, 2/3 of the 6 participants experienced a decline in their RPM, the revolutions per minute, because they were on a bicycle machine. However, the percentages were insignificant. So basically, they did worse, a tiny bit worse, except for Oscar. Maybe he had diarrhea. This means that the data is just inconclusive with the findings of the fixed interval trial portion, at least. Also, I've traveled and I've met people, and I've never met anyone called Buster. But personally, I'm not convinced that a token economy system isn't detrimental to your intrinsic motivation. I think that the fact that they did it within the realm of sports has a pretty big impact on how successful the trials were and how unaffected the participants were with the fixed trials, where everything was consistent. I'm interested to know what you guys think about this. If you know what a token economy system is now, whether or not the message did come across, and how you think intrinsic versus extrinsic motivation affects your daily life and your routines. Also, do you think we live in a token economy system, since we exchange money, the cash that we get from working, for the things that we want, things that we need as well? So what the study suggests is that regardless of which interval trial was better, according to the study, they both worked. And it just works better when the rewards are skillfully administered and competently withdrawn. That's what it says in the study. Let me know if you guys think that this is a little confusing. I found it a little confusing. Let me know if you guys understand the topic and the concept of this entire discussion, this entire study. And let me know what you guys think about intrinsic versus extrinsic motivation. Which do you prefer? Is it both? Is it neither? Are you neutral? Do you think you're motivated? Do you think you're not? All those things in the comments. Basically write a paragraph, because I wrote several. You don't have to write a paragraph, I'm just kidding. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think.